I got a perfect Wizard of Oz character to talk about tonight, you guys. The household name, Rachel Dolezal. How many of you remember that name from about 10 years ago? I think just about everybody in the Portland area knows all about this woman. Well, there's a few things you don't know. Early on and later on. We'll get into it here in a second. So, Rachel Dolezal, she got national attention here quite a while back for pretending to be black when she was really white. How does one do that? Okay, so let's start off. She was born in 77. She's about 48, somewhere in there. In 2002, which this is early on, she would have been young then, she actually sued Howard University for, get this, discrimination based on race, pregnancy, family responsibilities, and gender. Her lawsuit basically alleged, and the reason that she sued, because she was upset and angry because she was denied this scholarship and a teaching position there. Come on, guys, how many people apply? I mean, there's a line standing out the door and around the corner probably. Don't go through the line and hear about people that may be above you or below you just by a whim won a scholarship or they didn't. And then you think you're going to get it automatically and you get rejected. Don't get upset and start suing people over this. But that's kind of what she did. So that was kind of her first go around. Of course, a lot of people, nobody talked about that, neither did the news. Low pro information. Now, this woman, in her 40-some years of life, she's been very busy. She's a busy bee. Nor do I think that she's a real bad person. I don't think she's, a really, really, really scum of the earth person, like somebody that's into drugs or killing people or, like a murder or something like that. This woman is just completely responsible for, we'll call it white collar crime. That's where we'll put it at, just white collar crime. So, years go by from 2002. Now, this is where things get interesting, where you remember seeing her on TV time and time and time again. In 2014, years later from 2002, she actually, get this, she actually runs for the Spokane NAACP chapter president. And she gets it, completely gets it. Now, she was only in that position for a year. Now this woman, mind you this is the kicker. This woman was born to a white couple. Her parents are as white as could be. And so is she from early on. Nothing's changed. And you know what? Before identifying as something or somebody else was cool, this woman was doing it. You could say she almost invented it. Thank God she still wasn't around in the teaching system here in Oregon when CRT came to town. She'd be right at the middle of that, I can guarantee you. So, 2014, she becomes the NAACP chapter president. How does this happen? Well, I think she used a lot of spray tan, maybe some fancy makeups. Of course, I'm not a woman. Don't ask me, I don't know. But she made herself look a lot darker than she would be straight out of the box. She also fixed her hair to be curly too as well. That's easy to do, I guess, with a curler, But she did this every day. So they actually believed her. Now, the NAACP, shame on you guys for not doing your due diligence and letting this woman pull a fast one on you. How hard would it have been to research and get on Faceplant and look back at her friends, her family, her mom and dad, and see that everybody's white? There's no African American heritage anywhere from 77 to 2014. Any place. And you guys, you just went and gave her a chapter president? Really? Okay. Oh, here's a question for you. How many chapter presidents in the United States are Caucasian? Let's see the list. I want to see it. I bet it's not very long, if any. So, this is the most interesting piece of this whole video here. She got called out. Basically the whistleblowers, and you won't believe who they were. They were her own parents. Her own parents turned her in. Now, mom and dad, they're always there to support you through life, whether you're doing good or doing bad. Doesn't matter how bad of a person you are, but mom and dad will always support you. That's just how it is. It's part of being human. What had to happen for her own folks to turn her in? I mean, think about that. Maybe they were just tired of the publicity and seeing her on TV all the time with a PA in her hand, like what I'm looking at right here. Maybe her parents were embarrassed. Or maybe her parents were racist and they couldn't take it anymore. We'll never know. So, she got booted. There was a formal police investigation from that. She falsely claimed that she was African American, yada, yada, yada. We already know that. A year goes on. She gets blasted all over the TV. It's a constant thing on the internet. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. She actually goes and she changes her name, guys. She changes her name. I'm going to butcher it. She changes her name to Naacp Diallos. Naacp Diallo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it sounds pretty spot on. So after the name change, she thinks she's clear. A little ways after that, she gets down to Arizona. But before she went to Arizona, she actually got in serious trouble for welfare fraud. Unbelievably, she was applying for food stamps even though she didn't make them, and she was claiming that she made less than $500 per month, whatever the circumstances are to get in that category. She actually got in some serious trouble for that. She was charged with second-degree perjury and a felony theft by welfare fraud. Washington State Department of Social and Health Services. The charges were actually filed. Now, just after that, she moves to Arizona. Fast forward, she gets down there. She's changed her name already. She actually starts working at a school in the Tucson area. She's actually doing a after-school tutoring type program. She's been doing it for a while. Well, something happened. She decided she would create an OnlyFans account. And the kids will always find out everything, being so deep in social media and all over the internet. They found out that she had an OnlyFans with explicit photos and videos on there. So it didn't take long for everybody to see it around the school. Administration saw it, and she got the boot again, out the door. Of course, this actually, got national attention again with the name change. Now, folks, riddle me this. If you make the effort to change your name and move several states away, wouldn't you act the part and try to stay low pro and not cause any trouble? Not make a riff? Really? Go to all that trouble and get in trouble again with a different name in a different state? Well, like I said, she's about 48, and boy, I don't think she's done. Because white-collar crime still doesn't pay, and I still don't think she's done. She's got a lot of life left. In her short life, she's done a lot. I think we'll be seeing more from our friend Rachel Dolezal. Until then, talk to you later.